In this video, I'm going to give you the number one safest way to invest your money long term. The safest way that has ever been invented. This is a way that has been replicated not only by me, but by men worth hundreds of millions of dollars and even billions of dollars. I am Caleb Jones. This is Sovereign CEO. I show people just like you how to set up location-independent businesses, move to a less bad country, or at least set up an international backup plan and do all of that for the least amount of money possible. In this video, I'm going to give you what is the safest way to invest your money for the long term to ensure that you do not lose your money. Now, that is an important point, and let me qualify that statement. This is the best way in which to preserve your wealth. It is not the best way to get rich. As I've talked about before, there is speculating and there is investing. Investing means you invest in boring investments and get a normal, boring rate of return, but you're less likely to lose your money. Speculating is where you put your money in very risky investments like cryptocurrency and things like that, where you could make a lot of money, but you could also lose all of your money. Those are two different things. And in this video, I'm talking about a way to invest. This is not very exciting. This is not very stimulating, but it is a way to protect your wealth. Also, I am not saying that this is necessarily the best way to invest your money. I said it is the safest way to invest, and it is only for people who don't want to spend a lot of time researching their investments or don't have time to research their investments. There are many of you who spend a lot of time researching cryptocurrency, researching precious metals, researching different currencies, researching foreign ETFs. That's great. You will hate this video, because this video is not aimed at you. This is aimed at the other 95% of the population that has no interest spending hours and hours and hours of their time researching or watching YouTube videos on cryptocurrency or how to invest in palladium internationally or international real estate or those kinds of fun things. Things that I do a lot of. I do all those fun investments, and I also do this, or at least I do a variation of this. And I'm going to describe to you exactly how this works. But again, I just want to reiterate, if you watch this video and you're ready to place a comment about how this technique is boring or stupid or outdated, just realize you're probably not in the category of person I'm talking to in this video. I'm talking to the person who doesn't want to spend a lot of time investing their money. And I will also address the issue of this being outdated advice, because I've gotten that criticism as well. This is a concept that I've talked about in my coaching and mentoring program, SMIC. You can go there at joinsmic.com. That's where I do 2 coaching calls a month, more soon. And plus you get lots of audio training on how to do various things in your women life and in your business life. You can check it out. But I've talked about this a lot there. I've also mentioned this in some of my blogs instead of my financial content. And that is a concept called the permanent portfolio. And here is basically how it works. And then I will describe why it works. And then I will address concerns or objections to this method. The way it works is basically this. You take all the money that you want to invest for the long term that you don't want to lose. Investment money, not speculative money. So if you want speculative money, go ahead and buy Bitcoin. But if you want money you want to make sure you don't lose, money you need to have in your old age, you put it into this permanent portfolio. And this is broken up into 4 pieces. And each of these 4 pieces represents 25% of the value of the portfolio. So here's how you allocate it. You put 25% into stocks. And when I say stocks, I mean an index fund that is the stock exchange of your country or your favorite country. So if you were an American, you would put 25% of the value of this portfolio into an S&P 500 index fund. If you lived in the UK, you would put it in some sort of FTSE fund. However you want to do this. Now, if you live in a horrible country where you hate your government and you hate the stock exchange, then you can certainly use a different stock exchange. I personally have no American stocks. I don't want to own any American stocks, in my opinion, because the United States is collapsing. I don't want to own investments long-term in a collapsing country. But that doesn't change this technique. This technique will work, provided you do it correctly. I didn't say put 100% of your money in stocks. If you use the permanent portfolio technique, you put 25% in stocks. So again, when I say stocks, I mean a broad-based blue chip index fund, not individual stocks. If you put money in individual stocks, that is speculating. You could lose it all, depending on what type of stocks you use. And yes, we could have a big debate about whether or not buying Tesla stock is a speculation or investment. Topic for another time. So that's the first 25%. The next 25% you put in bonds. And these would be long-term government bonds in your government, or if you hate your government, a different government. So if using a simple example, if you're an American living in the United States, You would buy long-term treasury bonds, 20-year bonds. You want to buy the longest term bonds you could possibly buy. That's the model for this. And so, yes, bonds are in a bubble. Yes, there's a problem. I will address all that in a few minutes when I talk about the objections to this technique. But the next 25% would be in long-term government bonds. Cool? Cool. The next 25% you put in gold. One of my favorites, gold coins. And this would not be a gold ETF or paper gold. This would be physical gold coins you own. And if you want details on how to buy gold coins, you can watch this video right up there where I go into detail about how to purchase gold coins. I also have another video that you can watch up there again on where to store and how to store gold and silver coins. But for this technique, we're talking about 25% in gold, not silver, not ETFs, no other precious metals, just gold, physical gold coins you own, ideally non-numismatic coins. Refer to those videos if you want more detail. The final 25% in this portfolio allocation goes into cash. And when I say cash, that would be the currency of your country, or if you hate your country, the currency of another country you find more stable. And that would be in the equivalent of a long-term money market fund or money market account. And so again, to use an easy example, if you're an American, you could use any one of the big houses, Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, get a long-term money market account. And if you don't know what a money market account is, that is basically a glorified savings account. You put it in there. Do not use a bank. I've talked about this before. Do not put any long-term money in any bank, at least any Western bank. That is not smart. If you want long-term money, put it in an investment house or somewhere else. Vanguard, Schwab, what have you. Those are much less bad than banks. Are those perfect? No, but they are much less bad than banks. So when I say 25% cash, you're not going to open up a savings account in your local bank and put money in there unless you're dealing with short-term stuff where it's transitory and within a year or 2 years, you're going to transfer it out of there and put it somewhere permanent. That's fine. So that's the allocation. 1/4 stocks, 1/4 bonds, 1/4 gold, 1/4 cash. What you then do is once a year, you rebalance the portfolio. So at the end of every year, some of these are going to go up in value. Some of these will be in bubbles like the stock market. They're going to skyrocket in value. Some of them are going to go down in value over time. And so what you do at the end of the year is once a year, and that's the beauty of this system. You don't have to do anything other than once a year. Once a year, you go through and you rebalance. So if one is 29% and one is 19% and one is 24% or what have you, you rebalance everything. So it's 25, 25, 25, 25 one more time, and then you're done. And then you just wait another year. And that's it. The permanent portfolio is nice for people who don't want to spend a lot of time managing their money or researching investments because it's kind of a set it and forget it system. If you did the permanent portfolio over the past 50 years, your average return would average somewhere around 7%. Not bad. Now, not amazing, not Bitcoin, but not bad. And you wouldn't have lost your money. As a matter of fact, my understanding is you would have only lost money 3 years out of the past 50. Pretty damn good. Now, let me explain the methodology of this technique and why this works. In any given point, I've talked about this in my business content, in any given point in any economy, an economy is in one of 4 states. It's either in prosperity, recession, inflation, or deflation. It's in one of those 4 states. That's it. There's no other states an economy can be in. And so every one of these 4 items in the permanent portfolio is attached to one of those things. For example, when an economy is going through prosperity, the stock market typically does well. It can also be in bubbles like it is right now. I'll address that in a minute. But generally speaking, throughout most of normal history, when a country is doing very well, their stock market does well, so stocks go up. Then you have deflation. When you are in a deflationary economy, bonds do very well. Things like gold and stocks do poorly, but bonds do fantastically. Then you have inflation. When you are in an inflationary market, things like gold and precious metals tend to do well. Not always, and sometimes there's a delay, but they tend to do well. Gold has done very well over the past few years. Past few years, I've made quite a bit of money on my gold. I've been very happy with it because of the inflationary markets in which we are entering. Now, again, these prices can be manipulated. I will address that at the end of this video. I know there's a lot of you who are getting ready to type comments, but that doesn't work, Caleb. I'll address that at the end of this video, don't worry. Then lastly, you have recession. In a recession, nothing does well. Bonds don't do well, gold doesn't do well, stocks don't do well, but cash is sort of a safe haven during a recession where it maintains the average amount you may lose. It's a safe haven that buoys the other 3 during times of recession, and fortunately, recessions don't last very long. They last a few months, maybe a year or 2, and then you're back to either inflation, deflation, or prosperity. So this way, over time, what happens is, no matter what happens with the economy, one of these investments does really well, One or two will just kind of sit around and one will do poorly. But the one that does well, generally speaking, will outdo the negatives of the other one or two or three, providing you with a small positive return over time. And I said over time. Short term, if you do this in 1 year, you might make 1% and say, oh, this doesn't work. This is a long-term investment strategy over a period of 10 plus years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years. And again, this is only for people who don't want to spend a lot of time because you don't need to do much. All you have to do is set up these accounts once, then rebalance them once a year. You don't have to be like most people and check your investments every day and be all worried about, where is Cardano today and how's the price of gold doing today and all that good stuff. And I don't check my investments every day, but I do once a week because I'm in more speculative investments in addition to something like the permanent portfolio. Now, this is not just me saying this. I will give you my favorite example, although I could give you many. About a year or two ago, before the world shut down because of cerveza sickness, I went to, as I usually do under normal conditions, Freedom Fest in Las Vegas. That is the big libertarian convention. And one of the speakers that I saw and met briefly at the last Freedom Fest I went to a few years ago was John Mackey. John Mackey is the founder and CEO of Whole Foods. John Mackey's net worth is somewhere around $85 million. And a lot of that he made or preserved through his investments. He's kind of like me in that he has never really lost a lot of money in investments. And he did a speech at Freedom Fest with slides where he showed pretty much exactly how he allocates his investment funds from his business. So yes, he makes a lot of money from his business, but he wants to preserve that wealth. And so he went through in great detail how he allocated all of his money. And it was pretty complicated. He was invested in he listed probably about 13, 14 things. But I whipped out a calculator and I went through his percentage allocations and I blocked them off into categories and I basically simplified it. And if you simplify what he said, he was basically doing what I just said. About 25% of his holdings were in some form of stocks, some sort of stock mutual funds, ETFs, individual stocks. Another 25% was in some sort of bonds, bond funds, municipal bonds, government bonds, and so on. Another 25% was in precious metals, most of which was gold, but he had a few other metals in there as well. And another 25% was in cash or cash equivalents. He was basically doing the permanent portfolio. This is a man who was worth a lot more money than me and a lot more money than you. And he was doing exactly this and doing very, very, very well. That he went through his returns. His returns were very good. And I believe he said he hadn't lost any money in his investments because he was allocated in this fashion. So very wealthy people are doing this. They're doing a little more complicated version of this. Not quite as simple as what I just said, but they are doing this. And by the way, you can do that. What I am doing myself is a more complicated version. As you make more money, as your net worth grows, you can kind of tweak this system if you like. You can also combine the system with something more speculative, which is kind of what I do. So I'll have my very basic boring investments in what I call my never touch it, never lose it bucket. And then I have my speculative investments in what I call my get rich bucket. And those have nothing to do with permanent portfolio. So I'm not saying you need to take all your money and put it into this permanent portfolio system, but you can put a percentage of it, the percentage you don't want to lose, you're nervous about losing. So this system has been vetted by people who are much wealthier than me, much more experienced than me, so it works. There's something to this. Now let me handle the objections, some of which have merit and some of which don't. For example, Caleb, that is insane advice. The bond market is in a massive bubble. You'll lose all your money. Okay, that is correct. The bond market right now is in the biggest bubble in all of human history. And generally speaking, you don't want to put a lot of money into bonds. The problem with these guys making this objection is that they immediately turn around and said, you should buy Bitcoin. If you want to buy cryptocurrency, you have to do a lot of research. And as I said, this is an investment technique for those who don't need to make 400% on their money and just want to preserve their wealth and don't want to spend a time researching their money. So even though the bond market is in a bubble, you're right, that is correct. Even though it's in a bubble, for the person who follows permanent portfolio and only has 25% of the portfolio in bonds, government-backed bonds, where even if there's a recession, the evil, collapsing authoritarian Western government will print up more money to pay the bonds or borrow money from China to pay the bonds. It's the first thing they will likely pay. Not 100%. There are no 100% guarantees in life, but likely it is still a safe investment. Number two, you are still more or less guaranteed a return even if the bonds become worth less money. So if you buy a 5% bond and for the same amount of money 5 years from now, you can buy a 3% bond, you'll still get your 5%. It is still guaranteed income. By the way, as part of this technique, you want to cycle your bonds every 10 years. So every 10 years, you sell whatever you've got and buy new bonds to cover that. So I'm not saying you're wrong, you're right. What I'm saying is, for those people who don't need to make a killing and want to invest very conservatively, this system will still work even though the bond market sucks. Second objection, and this is one I've said myself. Caleb, oh my God, don't invest in the stock market. The stock market is at an all-time high. It is a terrible time to buy right now. That is what I have been saying for many, many years. There's a reason I don't own any American stocks, nor will I ever. I don't want to own a single American stock. And as I mentioned before on this channel, in the year 2020, my entire portfolio return was over 140% without owning any American stocks. So I do just fine not owning any American stocks. But again, I am not a novice investor who doesn't want to spend a lot of time in my investments. For the novice investor who doesn't want to spend a lot of time in his investments, you can indeed purchase just 25% of the portfolio in some kind of stock-based mutual fund, and you will benefit, at least indirectly, from the bubble. And when the bubble bursts, don't worry, that person will have 25% in gold, a lot of money in cash, and some in bonds to help buoy whatever happens up or down the stock market. Again, if you're an advanced investor, or you like spending a lot of time, then don't do this, please. This is for everyone else. The other 95% of the population who don't want to bother with this stuff. So it will work for these people. And to your point, by the way, I think that the permanent portfolio is an entry-level position. I think once you start earning more money and once your net worth grows, I do think you should modify this permanent portfolio system or utilize other systems that are more conducive to higher returns, provided you're willing to spend more time researching your investments. But as a novice investor, this is the safest way to do it. Even though, yes, the stock market and the bond markets are still in horrible bubbles and the United States government is collapsing, that is all true. By the way, you don't have to invest in the United States. As I said earlier, if you live in the US, you don't have to buy a US stock fund. You can invest in the Hong Kong stock market if you want. You can invest in the UK stock market if you like. You can also purchase a worldwide stock market ETF where it's the whole world. It's the average stock markets of all the world. Now, the problem with those funds is that they weight certain countries heavier than others, which I don't like. So it's not a super accurate picture of the actual stock market picture of the entire world. But you certainly could do that as an option in your permanent portfolio if you don't want American stocks or don't want Western stocks, which, by the way, I agree. Completely agree with you, but we're talking about novice investors here, not people who are at a more advanced level. By the way, if this content is of interest to you, if this helps you, you should subscribe to this channel. You should click the dumb notification bell. You should put a like on this video and leave a comment on this video. It doesn't matter what you say. The more activity I get on this content, the more of this content I will provide for you for free. That's it. That's how you invest your money as a novice investor to take the least amount of time possible so you can focus on building your business. And I'll leave you with this. As I mentioned before, the most important thing in your financial life is not your investments, but your business. Your investments will not make you rich. Your business will. Your location-independent Alpha 2.0 business. Build your business, make money, then put that money into a permanent portfolio system or something similar. And as you make more money, get more advanced with your money. That's the system that you want to follow. If you want more detail on how to protect yourself against inflation, which is very different than having a permanent portfolio, or at least similar, you should watch this video right here. I go into detail about that, how to protect yourself from inflation, because we are now in an inflationary economy and an inflationary market, and it's going to get worse. I'll see you in the next video. Have fun. Bye.